going to show y'all how I compost. Composting is pretty easy if you get your basic green, brown, air, water ratios. Other than that, the rest of it's kind of free game in my mind. It's pretty easy. You just have your greens, this is just to aerate it. It's grass clippings. And then you've got your browns, which is chicken poop and dirt. So your greens are pretty easy. It's just your kitchen scraps. You know, you keep your compost in your house. Most people have like composting buckets in the house that you can keep under your sink. I just use this old coffee can that has like banana peels, any fresh fruits and vegetables pretty much can go in the compost. So we have 3 of these in my house because I'm lazy and we eat so much fresh fruits and vegetables that I don't want to walk this outside every day, so I've got 3 of these in my house. So you just get your kitchen scraps, and your greens are going to be the first thing we put in the compost. So they say the best way to compost is 3/4 brown per 1/4 green in your compost pile or in your tumbler. A lot of people do the lasagna method. I have a compost tumbler, so I just follow the basic 3/4 brown per 1/4 green. So our greens, like we went over, are our kitchen scraps, and your browns are your manure and dirt, and your grass clippings, these are fresh, so they're green. They're green. So we're gonna put all of this in the compost tumbler, and I'll show y'all how I do that. Before I put these greens in this one, I wanted to show y'all, actually, show you a secret. It's not really a secret, but these are avocado pits. And if you put these in your compost, fresh out of an avocado, it's so hot and humid in there, they'll sprout. So I've got this kind of an experiment of mine. So I have so many that have sprouted. I've planted some of them, and then some of them, these 2, I'm leaving in the compost, and I'm just going to kind of let it do its thing and see what it does. So I'm going to put these back in here, and we'll see what happens. But I'll put the other half of the greens in here. Yuck. Okay, so we got our greens in there. These are greens, I think we decided, so we'll just kind of put a little bit in there. Now we'll put our browns in, which is our manure and dirt mixture. Okay, so we have all of that stuff put in. Now we're going to put water in it and then aerate it by tumbling it. I like to use rainwater because it's already got bacteria in it and it's readily available. So I prefer to use rainwater. If I need to, I'll use water from the hose, but I like using rainwater because of the bacteria. It gives your compost a good start. You don't want it to be too wet and you don't want it to be too dry. So we're gonna kind of move it around and see what it looks like. It definitely needs more. Okay, so just a little more in this one and I think it'll be ready to go. Alright, we're going to check it out. that is perfect. I'm going to bring y'all in for a closer look so you can check it out with me. Okay guys, so I'm going to bring y'all in for a closer look in here. This is what I consider not too dry and not too wet, especially because it's super duper hot. Here in Texas, this compost could dry out in a heartbeat. So we want to keep it pretty moist, but not too wet and not too dry. So hopefully here in about a month, maybe 2, maybe 3, usually how my compost goes, I'm getting compost done and cooked thoroughly in about a month and a half. So that's a really good timeline, especially because in most compost piles, I mean, it could take a year or 2 to get everything broken down properly. So I really like the compost tumblers. And to me, it's one of the most efficient ways to compost because I am super impatient whenever it comes to my garden. So it's one of the fastest ways you can get compost. It's so good for your garden soil. And it's nice to be able to make your own at home. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you'll subscribe to my channel if you want more gardening, homesteading, garden to table, and homemaking videos. Thanks, y'all have a good day.